Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, it is Soulfax here, and you're watching me attempt to cast Starcraft 2. Now, today, we have a Protoss, oh my god, I always say Protoss. It's Terran versus Zerg on the map at Antigua Shipyard. And let's start this match with introducing our players here. Now, in the left side of the map, playing in the blue trousers, playing Zerg, it is Aros, yes, we're gonna call him ArosDark. And at the top of the map, playing on the kind of a leftish side of the map, in the red trunks, playing Terran, is the person who sent me this replay. Thank you for sending me this. No, he didn't send me, I took it off Casted. I'm sorry, I'm so used to saying that. I took it off Casted, so it's a Reddit, a subreddit on Reddit. Cast it. It's Dynge. Let's do this. Now, I need to, now that the game has started, I can tell you guys that I watched DreamHack. I watched the whole duration of the DreamHack, but only one stream. And I watched the Apollo and In Control stream. And that was a great tournament, and I want to use this chance to say congratulations to Liquid Hero for winning DreamHack, and I think it was $37,000 or $3,700 or something along those lines. I don't think it's $3,000. I think it's $37,000, but it doesn't matter. And of course, congratulations to Liquid Tasia for winning the second place, and the third place went to, oh my god, I really don't remember who it went. But let's start casting this game. Now, Dynge has gone for the very basic build, 9 supply depot, 12 barracks, like every other Terran player does, while Dark hasn't done anything, and he sends a pro down here, so he's gonna go for hatchery first. Yes, he's gonna go for hatchery first, so absolutely no sign of aggression will be coming from him very early in the game, because as you know, hatch first means that you need to delay your spawning pool, and here comes the spawning pool down, if I'm correct. Probably with this drone. Yes, he's gonna create a spawning pool. So your spawning pool is very late, so you can't make Zerlings, nor you can't also make queens, but you can make a lot of queens after you put your spawning pool down. Well, yeah, so there goes the spawning pool. It's a 2-minute and 40 timing, so it's a nice timing for spawning pool. Not so bad. And here comes the drone scout, the SCV scout, excuse me, for Dynge, coming over to check where opponent is at the moment. Dar doesn't know where his opponent is, but we see that actually Dynge is going in the right direction here. Yes, he's going in the right direction here. He's actually gonna find his opponent in the first try. There's an overlord here, just like overlords. It's so funny. He sees the expansion. He knows there's no sign of aggression from his opponent. The spawning pool is kinda late here, so he knows that he can just lay back and execute whatever build order he wants to execute, and his build order is go barracks, then command center. Now he's finishing that wall off here with that second supply depot. He's making just a few Marines here to stop any sort of Zergling scout here, because it's always nice to deny scouting of for your opponent. It's always nice to do that, yeah, right? Now, in the meantime, he's taking double gases on his main base, so he's gonna go for some kind of heavy gas play very early in the game, or he's just executing his build, whatever his build is. Now, in the meantime, our Zerg player is making 2 queens, so he's gonna make 2 queens, one to saturate this base, the second one to saturate this base. If I'm correct, I should be correct, because you always need 2 queens, 1 queen on each base to get the nice amount of larva injects you need. Now we'll see if Dark here manages to put make larva injects work for him. In the meantime, he's taken up a nice defensive position here, nice scouting position here, putting links everywhere just to see if his opponents, just to see the timing of his opponent's expansion. And here this little link is gonna get his ass killed. Unfortunately, he's gonna get his ass killed with just Dynge, a little scouting patrol here to see what he can find. In the meantime, Dynge is putting down a bunker here just to be safe, trying to block this off, or just to stop any sort of aggression coming from his opponent to reaching his base, and putting down a second, no, that's not a second barracks, excuse me, a factory down here. So he's gonna go for, I think, early 1-on-1-on-1, just a 1-1-1 build, because there's no reason to put down a factory so early. He has gone into 2 gases, and he's building a reactor on this barracks here, so he's not gonna go for stim so early. Oh, but there's one link that runs away. But there's a Marine in here, so that Link is gonna get shut down. But Dark finally finds out what his opponent is playing for. He finally sees that his opponent is going for that early expansion, and here we see that switch over from the barracks. Where did the barracks go? There, the barracks go. There's Tech Lab going down, switch over with the barracks, and the factory. Factory got the reactor on it, so he's gonna be playing Reactor Hellion, as well as a Starport coming down. In the meantime, Dark has taken down a third base, so even though he has taken just a little bit of a later expansion in comparison to his opponent, because Dynge has taken an early first expansion, so I think that they're kind of equal now in their economy as well as armies, if I'm correct. Yeah, they're very equal because none of them have any substantial amount of armies here. But Dynge is moving out with these two Hellions. He will try to do some harassment because that is always nice to deny Zerg any mining time, or just to kill drones of Zerg, because if Zerg is not making, if Zerg is making drones, he's not making anything else. That is the big disadvantage of playing Zerg. He will need to put down a micro hatchery soon because he has gone for the third base here, and I think this wall off is actually complete with the Baling Nest coming down and double evolution chamber for upgrades for the melee units. But look at this, Dark is playing a very specific playstyle here. He has he has 5 queens in total. 3 of them are used, I think, for defensive purposes and creep spreading. But we'll see what happens here because Dynge is pushing out those 4 Hellions here. He will try to do some harassment, try to take down a queen or 2. If he's persistent, he might be able to take down a queen, but he will lose at least 1 Hellion in the process. Now he scouts this third base. There are no drones up there. 1 more Hellion joins in, and now he's gonna fall back because that's 4 queens here. 4 queens against 5 Hellions. It's not a good matchup. Now in the meantime, he got a spore crawler going up here. So Dark has noticed this starport here that he's been exchanged with a Tech Lab, put the Tech Lab on it, so he knows there might be some Hellion harassment, and as I say it, he probably will queue up some Hellion harassment, as well as 1-1 going down for Dynge here, and metabolic boost and 1 Zerg plus 1 Zerg melee attack going down for Dark. So we see a nice little force of Hellions here in the middle, 6 Hellions heal, 2 of them are critical states, so I don't think they will be able to do a lot. Now Dynge, smart play here, trying to lure those queens out of position, trying to lure them onto to the creep. But now there's a lot of links here, so I think those Hellions will get mopped up very easily. Oh, nice surround. 2 Hellion, 2, 3, 4. Poor Hellions. They're all gonna go down. Nice micro there by Dark, so getting the surround in this little corner here. And now those 4 queens can finally move up. I still don't know what Dark is doing with those 4 queens. Is he trying to do a very big creep spread here? I think he is, but it's not working very well for him. In the meantime, Dynge is going for a command center here, trying to expand it here to the third expansion. There is nothing here to block him off at the moment, not a burrowed Zerling or anything. And he's working on a nice little force here. He's got 1-1 on the way, 1-1 finished, excuse me. Stimpact almost finished, and Zerg is also got his 1-1 almost finish, as well as centrifugal hooks. So that means we will see some Balings in the field. Yeah, there's some Balings in the field now. 3 Balings on the field. So that will be a nice counter to this Marine heavy force, as well as those Hellions, even though Hellions do outrun Balings, if I'm correct. Let's see. Balings have 83, and Zerglings have, yeah, they are very much faster than they are. No, wait, excuse me, I totally messed it up. Move speed 5. Yeah, at the moment Hellions, those Hellions are a lot faster than the Banelings, but those Marines are not so much faster. So we will see what happens. Dynge pushes up with this little force. He's trying to take down a queen or 2, and he will succeed if Dark decides to not macro this. 1 queen goes down. No, that's a big transfuse. Nice play by Dark there. Dynge, in the meantime, is just trying to take out as many creep humors as he can to prevent that creep from spreading. Now Dark moves out with a lot of Zerglings, that's not a word, Zerglings and Balings, that's Burlings, out and pushes Dynge back to Diesel Naga Tower. Now Dynge has got a nice little contain here, preventing Dark from pushing out in any direction here. But Dark has got a third base down, while Dynge has not got a third base down. Let's see what's this. Oh my, look at this. Dark with a nice play, contaminating this third base location with the creep, with the Overlord here. So I think that Dynge is gonna get a nasty surprise here when he comes, when he sees that he can't land over here. So at the moment, I wouldn't give the advantage to any player whatsoever, but as we see, Dark has actually gotten his Spire up and he has started Mutalix production here. So we will see maybe some harassment by Dark here, I don't know, we will see. Now 2-2 is almost finished for Dynge, so even though that harassment might be very useful here, but Dynge has a nice force of Marines here that will be able to take care of those Mutalix very easily here. But there's this base is heavily oversaturated. Look at this, that's a lot of units here that are not doing absolutely anything because only 3 drones, SCVs or probes can be working on a single mineral patch, excuse me. Now in the meantime, he's doing some long-range mining while he transfers his third expansion here. Oh, there's a big clash in the middle. Those Zerglings crash into those Marines. Nice split from Dynge, and he finally pushes this back. So those Mutalix will get destroyed. Those Queens are out of position. They will get taken down, but again, the Zerglings come here. Nice round on those Marines and Hellions. Those Hellions will get taken out because they're out of position, trying to do as much damage as they can. That was so much damage done by Dynge and his Marines here. They have 2-2. Nice timing attack by Dynge and a very bad attack from Dark here, attacking when he doesn't have 2-2 and his opponent has 2-2. Now, see where those Mutalix tend to go. They take down one tank here. That's a really nice play for him, taking down those tanks, because those tanks do a lot of damage to Zergling and bailing opposition with their spread damage. Oh my god, it was so many words in a minute. And now we see that Dynge is just a little bit worried here. He has seen those Mutalix, so he's going for combat shield and concussion shells. That means he will get some Marauders into play here, but at the moment he has only 3 barracks with tech labs on them, so that means he can only produce 3 Marauders at a time. And now he's finally set down at this second expansion here, put down a planetary fortress here to defend it at the gold base, so his income will spike rapidly here. Now that little force of Marine gets slaughtered by those Zerglings, gets a nice surround there. Dynge tries to push up here, making a stim, using a stim for nothing. Those Mutalix will move out, try to pick up any stray Marines and Marauders that move out because they're not in position, they're waypointed. Now, will one Marine go down? Yes, that's a big clash in the middle. Nice surround by Dark here, taking out a lot of Marines here in the process. Dynge has been pushed back. This whole force was annihilated by those Marines, by those Zerglings. And oh my god, a big misplay by Dynge. He will lose all of those medevacs here. No, 3 of them get away in the opposite direction. Now, Dark will assault this second base here. That's just the planetary forces, but that's a lot of Lings and Mutalisks here that will be able to ravage this without a problem. There's some Marines getting over here to defend this planetary forces, but unfortunately it goes down without a contest from Dynge. Oh, that's a nice play by Dark, setting his opponent back substantially in the mineral and gas income rate. And at the moment I would give a big advantage over in this game to Dark, as well as he's taken down a 4th expansion here, a 3rd expansion, excuse me, so a 4th base here, and he's building a lot of Lings here. Look at the 16 Lings in production, and as well as Zerg Flyer attack too. But to counter that, Dynge is going for 3-3 on his infantry units, and he's going for 2 more tech labs. So he's expanding, he's making his production very, very known. He's making a lot of units here. He has put down 3 more barracks here. There's a nice clash in the middle. Those Marines get totally annihilated, surrounded by those Lings and Bailings. That's a lot of Bailings. If he crashes into the mineral line here, he will do a lot of damage. Oh, those Marines are getting annihilated by those Bailings here. So nice Bailing detonation, but useless Bailing detonation actually, because he detonated 3 Bailings on 1 Marine here, and now Dark pushes into the main base because because they're not into defend it. That factories will go down if Dynge does not decide to defend it with something. He pulls SCVs off to defend, try to stop his opponent from reaching his mineral line, to reaching his main base. Those Mutalix take down 1 tank. Oh, this is a big slaughter. This is a nice play from Dark, infiltrating his opponent's base, crippling him in his tank production because he has no factories on these 2 tanks. There's tech labs on these 2 tanks, and now he pulls back. That is a sensible decision because he needs to renew his army, morphing in more and more Bailings, creating more Mutalix and more Zerglings. So this is a nice play by Dark here, going for that Bailing Ling Muleless harassment here all the day, and now he's finally researching his 3-3, but at the moment I think Dark is in a big advantage. He has 4 bases that are up and running here, while Dynge has only 3. But as I said, I think the Dark is in a big advantage here because he has the army advantage at the moment. Yes, he has a big army advantage, even though he doesn't have such of a drone advantage, but he has a big army advantage. He's morphing in even more Bailings. That's really a lot of Bailings. How many Bailings on the field? 10 Bailings now. Oh, excuse me, 10 Bailings now. And he's morphing in a lot of them. Let's see how many. 27 Bailings. That's a lot. He will be able to do a lot of damage with those Bailings here. Now he's moving out to the right side to see if Dynge has taken any secret expansion in this point of time, or no, that was a drop, excuse me, I didn't notice that drop. The drop gets eventually cleaned up, but he takes out a lot of drones here and stops the mineral mining for quite some while here, and almost manages to take down a hatch with his nice move. And that's another drop in the main base here, doing a lot of damage. That's a lot of Marines here, targeting down the Spire here, Hive, excuse me, but the Mutalisks come here. Those Mutalisks will not be able to stop this force. That's a really big force of Marines here. They almost have 3-3. If they get 3-3 before they die, they will be able to do a lot of damage here. Those Zerglings come in, they will try to clean it up. Nice little, oh, how do you call it? Excuse me here, I got very excited, but I forgot what I was saying, what I was talking about. And the hatchery in the main goes down. Oh my god! He managed to destroy the hatchery. And now he's taking his 4th base. Really nice play from Dynge here. He's really working on defeating his Korean opponent. I'm sorry if I didn't mention that. ArosDark is actually a Korean. Can you imagine that? Playing against a Korean. That's great. Now there's a big force assembling here in the middle for Dark here. He will try to take revenge for that attack here, but that's a nice line of fire here for Dynge. There's a lot of tanks here annihilating those Zerglings and Banelings, and that whole force gets annihilated. Those Marines will clean this Mutalisk force up if they decide to, but how many tanks did he lose? He lose just 2 or 3 tanks. That was a nice play from Dynge, setting up that container in front of his fort, in front of his main base, excuse me, while he takes his fort on the side here. He already transferred a lot of units, a lot of SCVs up there, so he's mining efficiently from it, and now he's building a planetary fortress up there just to defend it in case there's some kind of raid up there. And he's even taken a 5th base here, so Dynge is slowly climbing back into this game. Despite the fact that he got hit very early on, Dark did do a lot of damage to him early on in this game, but Dynge managed to pull back from it. Dark has taken out his 6th base, and that is not uncommon for Zerg, because Zerg tend to take a lot of base. And now Dynge is trying to put up some kind of container here in the middle of the base where the Zilnaga tower is with those tanks. He's got 5 tanks sieged up here, and I think those tanks will be able to do a lot of damage here if that Zergling and a Bailing force, which is very small at the moment. If I can add, let me see, nope, D, Control A, which is actually very small at the moment. There's not a lot of Zerglings and not a lot of Bailings here at the moment, will not be able to pass through this, but because that's a lot of tanks. Look at this, that's really a lot of tanks and a lot of 3-3 combat shield and stimmed Marines. So this force by Dynge is very strong, and if Dark doesn't decide to do something about it, he will lose this. And now there's a drop at the 4th expansion of Dark. Dynge that managed to take down this hatchery here. This hatchery gets replanted almost immediately. Oh, but those poor little larvae get killed immediately. Now they decided to push up at this point in time because he has drawn the opponent army, and now the big clash in the middle, big stim. Oh my, those Zerglings get a nice run, but that's a lot of tanks. The Zergling force gets annihilated completely. There's a lot of Marines still in the battles. They will be able to take down those Mutalisks, and they do take them down. 3-3 Marines are very hard to fight against. There's even a few Marauders here. Now Scan goes down, a few Overlords also go down, and oh, this is a very big slaughter by Dynge here. Nice play by him. There's even more Marines coming in. Look at this force that is coming in to reinforce this. I think that Dynge, if he decides to go here and decides to take down one base at a time from Dark, he will be able to close this game out very soon here. Oh, and finally, Dark is going for Flyer Carapace, excuse me, Carapace 1. But I mean, really, Dynge is playing a really great game now. He has 3-3, he has the upgrade advantage, and those drones they get caught. But he's gonna let them live. And I think the Dark is gonna lose now. A big stim Nice split by Dynge here, losing just a few units from those bailing detonations. And there's the GG. I mean, there's no GG, but there's the win from Dynge. Dynge, that was a really nice game. I love watching you play, dude. You play great StarCraft too. You really know how to play, even against Zerg. And Zerg are, I mean, everybody says Zerg is OP, and I wouldn't agree with that. Koreans are OP, but Dynge proved me wrong, saying, I almost said fuck you, Korea. Say, freak you, Korea. I am a European. I will smash you. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed this cast, excuse me. Oh, my throat is just really dry now. Until next time, guys, keep it steady and carry on.